Okay, after seeing Eveline's video on drawing, she kind of sounded very disappointed that she couldn't draw a proper face, even though she had a reference picture. And the problem with most people who start out drawing portraits is they forget that there's a few little rules for portraiture, and I'm gonna explain to you real quick. All right, if you get the face, start out. You've got your blank piece of paper. Only got 10 minutes, so I gotta hurry up. Is you draw the eye. Doesn't matter how it looks like at this point, but the most important thing is that every face is 5 eyes wide. So you got another one right there, 2, 3, 4, room, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? That is how wide your head is going to be every time. Alright, so you take out the other two that are there and the one in the middle. Okay? So you got eye here and eye there. Okay? Now make a straight line between the eyes. Okay? That's how wide your nose is going to be. If you take how wide the eye is, from that you're gonna go down. So if your eye is that wide, use your pencil like that. You can move your thumb to measure it out. So you go like that. I can't do it because I only got one hand, but it will be about here because this width is also down like that. So you know your nose is going to be right there. Okay, half of your eye like that is going to be where the mouth is. Okay, your eyes when you look at them, they're in the middle like that. Draw a straight line down from the center of the eye where the pupils are going to be straight down. That is how wide your mouth is if you don't grin. Okay, the lower lip is always less broad as the upper lip is, and it also is a little bit underneath. Just real quick like that. Okay. Then you know that straight down from where the upper lip is, if you go straight down, this is where your chin is. Your chin is usually as wide as your lower lip is. Okay. Your jawline on both of the sides of your mouth is starting exactly where your upper lips are. So if you draw a straight line from here, you know that the jawline is right here. So if you connect these two dots real roughly, you get this one going down because we know how wide it is. Then you know that over here and over there is kind of where your jawline is. All right. Then over here is where your cheekbones are. All right. You get the top of the hat. Okay. It looks kind of odd because the light's kind of off. I'm going to show you a second time, a real quick one this time. Okay. What you do is you get yourself your piece of paper. Okay. When you start out with any portrait, is you start drawing a circle. Okay. Doesn't have to be a perfect circle. And then underneath that circle, about a quarter of the way in, you draw another circle. Like that. Okay. Now if you connect these two like that, you roughly get a shape of a head like that. Okay. To get the all this, you take these ones in the middle, you take it out real quickly. Like that. Okay. 5 minutes left. Okay. Is you make a line right there. That's your eye line. Okay. So you draw. Remember 5 eyes in. So now you know how wide your face is. Divide that thing into fives. Put your eyes in. Okay. Then you know that one eye down is where your nose is going to be. Second line right there. Draw a line straight in the middle so you know where everything is going to go. So the center of your eye is going to be right there. This is where your mouth is. Straight down. Remember? Sides of the corners of your eye. And then where your mouth is going to be. Alright? And then you're going to go and put the rest in. So if your face is a little bit too wide, it doesn't particularly matter. Okay? Because you can still fix that. Like that. Okay? Another one is that you see with people drawing portraits is when they put in the eye. Okay? Is when your eyeball is always a circle. Okay, if you can't draw a perfect circle like me, there's a handy little Wizaki. It's this thing. Okay, it's got all different kind of eyes, and you can do that. You can use that to actually make the eyeball nice and round. Okay, the other your lower eyelid is always underneath like that. Then the upper eyelid is covering part of your eye like this. A lot of people forget that, and when they draw the whole eye, it looks like you're terrified. Okay, so like that. Okay, now when shading, remember the eyeball is round. So remember that when you shade round like that. Okay, if you draw a circle and you draw it straight in half and you shade it like that, it looks straight. See that this kind of looks like a ball? Okay, even though this is black, there is no black in an eye. Okay, make it as dark colored as the eye is. If it's a brown eye, make it really, really, really dark. If it's blue, put some blue with your black. Okay, then shade it, and then put in the highlights of the eye. Okay, also very important. The eyeball is always reflective. Go like that underneath. Okay, another thing, really quick. Okay, when you draw a nose, top of the nose, and called your bridge, is flat. Even though it always looks round, it's not. You get the tip of the nose, you get the bridge, the flappy thingies on your nose. I forgot the name. Okay, now when you look at this, you got your eyes right here. Is that one part is always in shadow, the other part is always in light. But your eye, if your skin is really roughly going this way. So when you shade, don't go straight down. Shade like this, kind of like a Christmas tree shape, like that. Okay, and this shadow on the shadow side or the other one on your portrait is always inside the same shadow as your eye. So when you get your eye here, the same eye is in shadow like that. Okay, this forms a shadow, so the light source is coming from over here. Okay, so that means that this part is light, this part is shadow. At that point, you know where everything else is going to be because of the guidelines I just gave you. Okay, so shade it round. This part goes all the way down, and you know it's kind of always goes up a little bit. So there's always shade in here too. Okay, so those are actually the simplest rules you need to remember for portrait drawing and painting. Is the face is 5 eyes wide, 5 eyes wide, right underneath your nose, and use a ruler. Okay, if you can't do it, just put down the ruler, make the lines. How many times have I got left? 2 minutes. All right. The second thing to perfect portrait drawing. All right. I don't know if you can see on this. Yes. Can you see that there's little digits right here? And you can see it if I zoom in closer. There you go. Can you see that there's lines all the way over it? Okay. That is called gridding. And what a grid does, it does this. Sorry for that. All right. Can you see that the same lines are on here too? Look at that. All right. This thing is way bigger than the original. Okay. So what you do is you put the grid down on this. You make this is the sketch. You make the sketch. You grid it up in an equal amount. And if you get 16 units, don't think in inches or centimeters. If you get 16 units one way and 18 units the other way on your small one, it needs to be on the big one too. Okay? Alright, if you got any questions, email me at themasterofviking@hotmail.com or just leave a comment. Good luck with that.